Hello guys, and welcome to David Zimaleta. In today's video, I'm removing some parts in my Sprinter heaven here. Guys, I've been listing a lot of parts on eBay and just started listing like several days ago, and parts have been flying off the shelf. So we have a speedometer that just sold. I just sold one yesterday, just sold one today, and I just listed another one. So I gotta remove the speedometer that's in this van, and then I will just have one more left that I can actually sell. So this is the speedometer that I'm removing, and let me tell you a little bit about it. So this is a speedometer that I'm going to be selling. So you got to remove it actually by taking these gray pieces, and you press down over here like this, and then you basically just kind of do that, and then it releases the actual electrical thing. So this is the way you disconnect it. But inside here of the speedometer is where the immobilizer is located, and immobilizer simply goes in here like this. It basically goes in like that, and then it snaps in like this, and that's how it's being held. And then you simply lift that end up and then try to just get it out of here. That's just the way it plugs in. Very, very simple to actually install and remove. So let's put that there. So this is the immobilizer itself, guys. A very helpful tip is going to be right now in this video. If you have a starter error, this is what's causing your van not to start. So chances are you got to go to the dealer and they're going to say you're going to need to replace this. They're going to also say you're going to need to replace the ignition switch, because the ignition switch, the actual ring that's over here, this black one, might be bad. So they're going to say you're going to need to replace it. Also, they may have you get a new key because a transponder inside of the key goes bad, and they might not be exactly sure what and why it went wrong. So they're going to replace everything, the ignition switch, this here, and the computer. So here's a solution for this, guys. If you really don't want to go throw that mess with the dealer, because that's going to be very pricey, because they're going to need to reprogram this, the actual key, and they're going to need to reprogram the computer. So the solution for this is to buy something like this on eBay that's going to have a key, the ignition tumbler, hopefully it's going to have the electronic starter, for starting already plugged in, and a computer. And that's all you really need. You could just take a computer, the ECU, plug it in, plug in this thing behind your speedometer, replace the ignition switch, and of course insert the key that came with that ignition switch. Now you will have an issue, of course, with your door locks. You will not be able to open it up with your new key, so you're gonna have to use your old key for your all your doors, or you might just need to cut yourself a whole new key. Why would you need to? But you could just carry a couple of these. But anyways, this is a quick, I guess, pro tip for you guys. This is an immobilizer. So we just sold this here, and I sold it for 150 bucks, guys. I have another one listed for 138. So if you guys want to buy any of my parts, go to my eBay store, which is Zimaleta Motors, but there's a link in an actual description below, guys. So just click on that. So guys, another thing I'm going to be selling is this thing here. This is a HVAC control here. The way you remove it is just by removing these two bolts here. These things are like the holders for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the holders separately. There's absolutely no need to sell that with actual unit. But if you're just removing this in your vehicle, It's as simple as that. You just basically pull those out, and then this becomes loose. So on the inside, you're gonna have a couple wires, and to basically disconnect it, you're gonna need to pull it out right here, and then you're gonna need to pull out that little piece. This is never easy. So let's shift. By the way, guys, if your gear is stuck, you could shift out of gear by doing this. So we're just gonna basically get that out of the way. It is very easy to break these things, guys. These things are made out of plastic. I don't know why that one is twisting. It appears somebody actually broke this one, unfortunately. So this centerpiece is broken, and I didn't break it. This is why it's twisting out like that. But possibly it can be repaired. So you just basically pull those tips out of the way like that and disconnect it. And unfortunately, this plastic piece is all loose in there like that because it's broken. And then you're gonna need to have some kind of pliers or something, squeeze on the end of this, and then press that out. I just have some basic tools with me, so just disconnected that one. So now we're gonna need to, that piece just fell in there. Seems like everything's kind of broken over here. So now that's loose. So just this little tab here, you press down on it very lightly. It's not the easiest thing in the world to pull out, but it's not the hardest either. There's just not enough room for my legs in here. And parts everywhere. Okay. What I really need is another flathead to get in there from that other side, push it out, but I didn't bring one. Hey guys, this might not be like making any sense, but if you try to close this door, you see how it doesn't close? If yours is doing that, simply push this in. Now the door's gonna shut. Okay, I went ahead and got myself a flathead. So I'll have to work over here from the back. So I'll need to press this very lightly and then get in here from the back and push it out. So it's almost out of there. Not having a flathead or any long nails doesn't really help in this situation. Then you're gonna have to unplug this here. So that's unplugged now, and then I have to unplug okay. So this whole thing is out now. Of course, we have this plastic piece that's broken, but I think it can be repaired. What I want to do is actually want to see if I could repair one of these units, because the unit itself is not bad. It's just the actual plastic piece that is. And I'm not sure how hard it is going to be to actually do it. Obviously it's got a little groove that it goes in. So it appears that the whole thing is just snapped in together with these little snapping things. And there's a little sticker. So once it's ripped, that means you have messed with it, which we're not really worried about the warranty at this point. But wanted to show you these things, guys. These are like are the holders. I think if somebody wasn't careful, they could easily break these little holders, and they're very light to ship, so the shipping's not going to cost that much. I pay for all the shipping, guys. All my shipping is free on my listings, pretty much, unless it's a really big item. So I also want to see if I could save on shipping as much as I can. And here's a little piece. The plastic, they're probably easy to break, and most likely somebody watching here has broken it. By the way, guys, if you have broken it, let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you want to buy these. I'd say, you know, 20 bucks, shipping included, I'll sell this. But I haven't priced it out yet on eBay, so chances out, if I did, they're already going to be listed for whatever the going rate is. But these units, guys, are going for around like 200 bucks. I've sold a lot of them for like 80. Probably kind of low. That's what I did. So another little pro tip, guys, is when you're spinning this and it's like not spinning, don't continue on spinning it if it's not spinning, because what's happening is these wires, they're supposed to be releasing and moving, and so really this is what you're spinning. So a lot of times these things get corroded, and look how this one's coming. See, like I'm spinning this to the right, and now it's not actually going in. So there's apparently there's a problem somewhere in the wire. I don't know if you could like lubricate them. You possibly can, but these cables here, they get kind of like damaged like that. You see like it's bending. So how is this cable supposed to do anything, you know? So there's another one that's back there. So this one is working properly. This one is getting bent along the way right there. So that's probably why I was kind of bent and somebody could not, you know, twist it far enough. You can replace these. I'm not sure how exactly you replace it at this point. I haven't removed them, but once I will, I'm gonna show you. Next thing, guys, I want to show you is these little vents here. And I'm gonna show it to you on this side. A lot of times you got this broken and you're thinking that it's the piece that, you know, for your dash, but it's just this channel. I don't know why they break, but I've seen them broken. I think one of my vans, they have this broken. So this is the way you replace it. You basically pull that bolt off, and you're gonna need to pull this off because there's some hidden bolts. And actually, guys, I have parts selling on Craigslist as well for a while now. People have been stopping by my house, just pulling all kinds of parts and giving me money for them. Also, I've been buying some cars, as you will see in some of my videos. I've been staying pretty busy, just doing all kinds of stuff. By the way, these plastic piece, guys, I am selling them as well. I don't see how they would break, but I have a couple of them listed. I've seen these speaker grills break before, so I have like, I don't have any of them listed, but I'm gonna list probably some today, because people bend them, break them, especially when they mess with these things. So basically, guys, everything to do with the Sprinter, I have pretty much everything for sale. Just go into my eBay store and check out what I have. If you don't see something that I have, message me. I don't care what kind of listing you use. Just pick a listing. If it's a Sprinter listing, like let's say, you know, a steering wheel, but that's not what you're looking for. Just message them there and say, hey, do you have such and such a thing, you know, and I'll tell you if I have it, because I can list it if I don't have it. Maybe something has sold and I don't have time to list it. So these things, you just simply pry them, and everything is made out of plastic, as you could see, so very easily some kind of parts like this can just go bad. So you could actually replace it, and then you have, you know, the channels back there with like these foam things around it. So let's see if we could remove this piece. So this one was fairly easy to remove. Also, these things are for sale. Some people, they want this foam because it's broken on their vans. This would be very easy to ship because it's very light. But I have one that's also, the foam is actually broken. So these things are sold separately without the plastic piece, because usually it's the foam that's damaged. But the plastic pieces get damaged in an accident, and you know, something like this could very well get damaged in an accident. Guys, on my parts that I have listed, you can also negotiate with me. If you see, you know, like send an offer, feel free to send me an offer. You know, just be fair, because especially if I'm shipping that item, because you know, if you give me too low of an offer, I will not accept, because I still have to cover the shipping, and then it's not gonna do me any good. So we have another bolt that's here. Never force anything, guys. If something's not coming out, you're just gonna need to, you know, be careful with it. So we just lost one bolt. So it's got a lot of cracks in it, and I see that this is pretty much like styrofoam that's been poured. So naturally it took on this form. So some of these cracks might be just original from when it formed. Maybe from them actually releasing these pieces, and they just basically stick them on over here, because you really can't see them anyways. But what I wanted to get access to was this thing, and as you could see, this one's damaged, and this is just what I was talking about. Like sometimes these pieces, they get damaged, but you can't really see this area here. But how is it damaged right here? You know, I don't know if somebody reached in there trying to pry that, you know, this piece out. I don't know, but that's the case. And now I could see why it's broken in a way, because here we have an aftermarket speaker. This is again, I don't have the proper screwdriver for it. This speaker got replaced, and this is a good speaker. Oh, let me get the proper stuff. So guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the speaker off. That way I could show you kind of like what's behind there, in case you guys never removed the speaker before. But it seems like, you know, they did a pretty good job. You know, they just installed it with one bolt, but it doesn't really matter. You know, they did splice the wiring into this original stuff. I think they could have just left it like it is, because they should have stuff that plugs in over here at the end. But let's see what they done. Okay, I see why they did what they did, because this was much thinner, this piece. So I could also sell these speakers just how they are, because obviously somebody out there wants them, or I could install this in my van, made in China. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. We have this piece, so let's go ahead and So we have removed that. As you can see, guys, it's just, you know, some prying with your hands. That's all you need. So now we're gonna remove this piece. Let's see if it's damaged this way. It is not. So we have the same situation, but he decided not to use bolts this time. So here's another speaker. Simple as that. Let's see, so we got some more pieces there. This shifter, very easy to remove. It's just it's got some bolts there. Not gonna remove it right now. It's really not unnecessary. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop in another van. I'm gonna remove the rest of the vents because that one's a little bit more. Guys, this printer had some original books, and I've taken pictures, and I already made a listing for these for sale in case somebody wants original books. This airbag is for sale. We also have original speakers, which are usually busted. But what's not busted is these vent things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one out. It's interesting how some stuff is just like really stuck. So basically a lot of the stuff is disassembled. I will be selling this dash. I already have listed it, so it's a matter of removing it. And then I have the radiator that's behind it that I'm also going to be selling. So I just got to remove a lot of this different stuff. So here's that piece. Somebody also installed a speaker that's above me with the wiring. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. The cool thing about it, a lot of these bolts, they're same. Like these could be used for headlights and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have a lot of extra bolts. Guys, next 4 days, including today, it's gonna be rain. This is when I wish I had like a garage or something that I could be working on my stuff. But in time, I think I'm gonna be getting it. I'm already making really good income from my eBay. I could easily afford to build a garage if I wanted to. Right now, it's not a top priority, but growing my business is the top priority. So I'm gonna try to make do with what I got, and in the process go ahead and actually order myself a garage and get it built. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing service, but I suppose I will be, guys, because I have people that just show up to my house, and I wasn't really planning to do service, but I end up doing it because I already know what's going on and they need it done. So, you know, I just go ahead and perform the service on this printer. And that's somebody else calling me for parts. Yeah, see? Hello?
Hey, sir, I'm outside.
My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter, Expedite, or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.